Hello, and thank you for watching our Group B presentation on Chapter 4, Not Enough Time, Addressing Scheduling and Other Time Constraints. Time constraints during an evaluation are areas that may cause unexpected circumstances to arise during research. This could be due to resources, stakeholders, sample size, and technology. To reduce time constraint issues, a well-constructed evaluation of the scope of the plan can save time and money. At times, it is not uncommon for the time spent to increase cost. However, with the appropriate logic model and evaluation plan in place, a timeline and expectation for unforeseen circumstances can still lead a project to success on time. This graph illustrates the process of planning and scoping an evaluation. As you can see, it is a 7-step process that addresses the four most important interreferences with time constraints. Steps 6 and 7 identify ways to validate and strengthen a study and include steps on using the evaluation for clients. Time constraints in real-world evaluations are a result of budgetary concerns, internal and external factors, and the resources involved with interviewers, supervisors, and data analysts. Strategies to aid in addressing time constraints involve addressing budget constraints, time constraints, data constraints, and political influence. During the planning phase of an evaluation, budgetary concerns can either hinder or improve the plan for evaluation. While planning an evaluation, there is a need to rationalize data needs, assess need for resource persons, commissioning preparatory studies, reducing sample size, and formatting critical data for impact analysis. One way to address scheduling and other time restraint lies in the selection of the evaluation design. Different methods can cut costs and save time, though this may result in a weaker design. The distinction between reducing effort and reducing duration is very important. One way to reduce duration is to only collect data at the end of the study as opposed to during and before the study. One way to reduce effort is to choose a design with no pre-test or post-test comparison groups. To address lack of quality by reducing the time for data collection, it is important to have a conversation with the client about what is important. The client's priorities, options, and critical deadlines need understood. An example question is it acceptable to prepare for this deadline a short summary report outlining key findings and recommendations? Will this allow more time to complete the full final report? By clarifying such details, the client and evaluator are on the same page while understanding the importance of certain critical deadlines, plus creating a collaborative relationship which will ensure to produce quality data timely. Another way to save time is to use existing documentary data. Using existing data allows for less new data to be collected. However, the existing data needs to be assessed to determine the quality of the data collection method and why it was collected. This assessment may reveal weaknesses or limitations within the data. Though using existing data is indeed a time saver, additional time is needed to conduct an assessment for strengths and possible limitations of that data. Reducing sample size can significantly save time and cost during the data collection phase. However, a smaller sample can result in an increased sampling error and handcuffs the evaluator in terms of determining if the intervention has had desired effects. Quality controls and mixed methods often need to be introduced to allow for triangulation. The introduction of mixed methods will often add time into the data collection analysis aspects, ultimately not saving the desired time after all. But if these mixed methods do work and additional resources are available, overall time can be reduced. Rapid data collection methods are adapted from traditional ethnographic methods to save time. Threats to validity of results from these methods are understudied, which may result in limitations of the validity of the findings. This slide demonstrates qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods of rapid data collection with some overlap like triangulation. These methods are adapted to reduce time in the data collection process. An example, focus groups can be adapted to a rapid method by subcontracting specialists from a market firm, resulting in faster recruitment and the operation of multiple focus groups simultaneously. Another example, the use of rapid surveys. This method uses only a few questions from an original questionnaire, reducing not only data collection time but analysis time as well. Most of the methods listed here aim to reduce duration, time, or both. Outside consultants can differ from local consultants, who differ from in-house staff, each who play a different role in the evaluation process. Outside consultants may be from different areas or countries, and unless the program is very well funded, are typically only contracted for short periods of time. Because of this, cost is important in determining what role the outside consultant plays, for instance, not to be used for things a local consultant or house staff can perform. Terms of reference should be clearly defined so there is no confusion regarding the work arrangement. Many hands make light work. This phrase can also hold true for data collection. By hiring more staff, less time is needed for data collecting. More time, however, may be required to train additional staff, which may reduce quality of the data. It is ideal to create evaluation time consisting of both qualitative and quantitative evaluators to ensure appropriate use of both kinds of data collection methods. This may increase the time needed for the study in order to balance both qualitative and quantitative discussions. To analyze data more quickly, it may be beneficial to modify project monitoring records and forms. Examples of this include records of use of services by project participants, changes in knowledge and attitudes of participants, like through training, socioeconomic conditions of families at the start of the project. Note, potential bias may result from this if, for instance, some groups within the population are neglected. Another option is to organize data in a way that can be easily accessible, such as health clinic patient records filed per family to easily estimate how many families have used that clinic. How data is collected, entered, and analyzed can also save time within a project. Data can be directly inputted by using hand, computer devices, smartphones, and scanning. Statistical packages can also be used quickly and efficiently to analyze data. Web-based surveys, too, are gaining popularity with how they are able to save both time and money while looking at larger populations. When assessing different approaches to reduce time constraints, threats to validity and adequacy of evaluation conclusions must be considered. Internal design validity, statistical conclusion validity, and construct validity should all be considered when choosing approaches to reduce time constraints. To summarize, the following bullet points can save valuable time during the evaluation process while keeping in mind the listed threats and precautions. Simplify evaluation design, clarify needs and deadlines, using existing data, reducing sample size, and the use of rapid data collection, outside consultants, hiring additional staff, outcome indicators, and the use of modern technology. This concludes our presentation. Thank you for watching.